Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of New Westminster's online Sunday celebration service. Please join in our opening song this morning, Swing Wide the Doors.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go now. The doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. Shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for, and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. All right now, swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Welcome back. I am Reverend Rona Segura, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service at Unity of New Westminster in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Whether you are watching us live on Zoom or on Facebook or on YouTube, or whether you are finding us on demand after the service, it is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of all of us here. We would love to stay connected with you. So please subscribe to our newsletter on our website, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or join our Facebook group. And that way you will be notified anytime we have a service. We are so glad that you are part of our experience today. The Unity Movement offers ideas for full and abundant living. We draw on the teachings of Jesus, who we consider our primary way shower and example. And we honor that there is wisdom in faith traditions all over the world. We respect every person's right to choose their own spiritual path, their own life path. All are welcome here. All are worthy here. All are celebrated here. We open our service today in prayer. I gratefully acknowledge that I speak to you on the traditional and unceded territory of the Semiahmoo First Nation. And we give thanks to First Nation peoples everywhere for their custody of this beautiful land. We give thanks that we are able to meet together in this virtual setting at a time when we are unable to meet in person. We give thanks for our connection one with each other. That connection that happens whether we are in each other's physical presence or not. That connection that binds us all together. We acknowledge that there is only one presence, that there is only one power, that power that is understood by many names, many faces, and many paths. And we affirm that regardless of the name, the face, or the path of our understanding, that we are one human family. And it is in that knowledge of our oneness that we send a blessing for love, for peace, for contentment to every being on this planet, to every being, regardless of all the labels that threaten to divide us. We are one. And for this knowledge, for this intention, and for the power that we have to bless, we give thanks. Amen. Two years ago, almost to the day, I was ordained as a Unity minister at Unity Village in Kansas City, Missouri. And 2 weeks after that, on July 1st, I was appointed as the minister at Unity of New Westminster, officially appointed as the minister at Unity of New Westminster. And since that time, so much has changed. 9 months after becoming a minister, coronavirus hit, and our lives were turned topsy-turvy in so many ways. Even seasoned ministers became first-year ministers at that point. And we were in the fortunate position at Unity of New Westminster that we were already live streaming and doing things that were taking advantage of technology. So our need to pivot and to adjust was helped in many ways by what we had already started. In the process of the last 15 months, we have discovered that we are resilient, that we are creative, that we know how to connect with each other in ways that we didn't expect and that seem to work. And in fact, that our ministry in many ways has expanded and reached people that we never dreamed we'd be able to reach, people from across the world. We discovered that we know how to adjust, that we are resilient, and that we are patient as we moved through this challenging time. And now we're in that position where hopefully soon we'll be able to go back to pre-pandemic restriction levels. But what I'd like us to remember is that we are unlikely to go back to pre-pandemic normal. For many people, this time has been a way of discovering how much they prefer to stay at home. We've discovered that there are people who are our Sunday morning congregation who will be anxious to come back in person, but there's another selection of people who will be very happy to be our Sunday congregation and watch online. And yet another group of people who follow us and watch on demand whenever it's convenient for them in the week. And as we move to this new expression, which will include online and in person, there will be a place and a time of adjustment once more. We will discover that there are some things we have to tweak again. We will need to become creative again. We will need to be patient with each other and gentle with each other and take things slow again. And for all of these changes as they happen, let us remember that even coming out of the pandemic into something new is going to have its associated emotions. There will be some people who are happy and delighted to be able to come back, and there will be others who will feel quite uncomfortable. And there will be some that are in the middle, and some days they will feel really like everything is fine and happy, and other times they won't know what day of the week it is. They'll call it Blur's Day. And so as we move to this new expression, as we seem to be coming out of one period and into another potential reopening period, let us remember to be kind to ourselves. Let us remember to be patient with each other and with ourselves. Let us expect some of this COVID brain that has made us not always think as clearly as we would like. Let us expect that that will continue a little bit. And through it all, let us hold each other, our community, and ourselves in a blanket of patience and peace and acceptance as we move forward, as we discover new ways to connect with each other again, both in person and virtually. And let us also give thanks. Give thanks for so much that we are grateful for, both in our community at Unity of New Westminster and the amazing connections that we make with each other. Let us give thanks for our medical professionals and the gift of vaccines, which is making our reopening possible. And I know that there are some people who are not comfortable with vaccines and who are choosing not to get them. And let us honor those people's right to choose that as well. We recognize that for some people, it is too uncomfortable, too fearful. And we also know that there are people who are having a vaccine who are also uncomfortable, and for whom accepting the vaccine is not without fear. Instead, let's just hold everybody in a place of appreciation, a place of acceptance, and a place of love. Let us remember that it is our chosen mission to welcome everybody. It is our chosen mission to know that every person is worthy without needing to fix. And let us remember that every person is worthy of being celebrated right where they are.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. Now I know I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. I am gentle with myself. I am gentle with myself, and I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I rock myself like a newborn baby child. And I hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
It is my true pleasure to welcome Reverend Dr. Martha Creek as our guest speaker today. Martha has been a friend and an inspiration for me since I met her several years ago. She has enduring wisdom, which combined with her natural style, her sense of humor, and her ability to relate and make all of us see ourselves in what she's talking about. Just such a unique combination of safety, insight, and practical wisdom. She is an amazing teacher. Martha would never say this, so I'm going to. She just recently published a book which is made up of short essays of different subjects. It is called Martha's Pearls, and it is available on Amazon. Martha has also been working with our board every month as we've been working together and training together. And it has been a rich experience getting to know her and getting to know each other with her guidance. Martha is the person who often inspires some of the talks that I give. I consider her to be one of my most powerful teachers. Please welcome Reverend Dr. Martha Creek.
Good morning, Unity of New Westminster. This is Martha Creek. I am in pure delight, honor, respect for you today. Congratulations on your annual meeting. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Deepest of bows for your deep spiritual inner work that continues and the relevance for that in our humanness as divinity. So all are worthy at Unity of New Westminster. This I know to be true. All are worthy. All are welcome there. All are celebrated there. And today is a day of celebration for sure. So you have done more in a short time in ministry than hundreds of ministries put together. Now, remember, I see a broad spectrum of this. So it's important for us, for you to remember today, just what miracle makers you are and just what you've been able to accomplish with a few people in a contracted and protracted time of crisis, unprecedented time, and then over time, what an uncommonly motivated, uncommonly called group of committed people can do. And with an uncommon stamina, I might add. So you have increased your numbers there to your online congregation, which is now considered Congregation D. So the core of the group is your board and staff and those that are in those committed positions. In Congregation B, the 20% or so of you that's giving 80% of the resources, the key stakeholders there. Deep bow to you. The Congregation C, which are those saying, I'm into this. They're moving toward the nucleus. We're becoming more and more committed. We understand that we've got to cross a bridge from receivership to stewardship, that we've got to take ownership for the ministry, for the thriving nature of that. And now a Congregation D that we're able to reach now, that's an online, and you've consistently grown those numbers here. You've also continued to provide solid opportunities for your congregation to get together through Zoom, through technology, through teaching how to use Zoom, through encouraging that, through Facebook, through recorded messages, the continued determination and devotion to a product that's excellent, a product that demands us to grow and to grow ourselves up if we're going to be relevant. And our message is going to stay relevant, and so is our production of our message going to be relevant in these rapidly changing high-tech kind of times. You're financially solid. It's a miracle. I'm telling you, you're miracle makers. Keep it up and keep going in that direction. You have also continued to give. You understand the nature of this. Giving as gratitude, giving as fullness, giving as I must do this. And then you've also, as a ministry, miraculously continued to give back to other organizations, to other thriving organizations, and back into your community. You've also increased the diversity, the breadth of your leadership. You've also increased the number in leadership in your organization there. Ready now for new board members. So keep coming into that nucleus. Those of you that are serving, thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you that are called to come into service, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to keep growing that number. Because then the more we share this leadership and the responsibilities, the privileges, and the bounty and the beauty of this, the more thriving and frankly attractive it becomes too. You've also miraculously, through various members devoted to this, have taken extraordinary care, physical, emotional, and spiritual care of some very vulnerable folks, very vulnerable humans during this time. The spiritual care of the community is in the highest regard. It's also, I believe, one of our highest callings. So deep bow for you for that. That requires then also to take care of physical things like technology, to grow our tech skills, to grow ourselves up, to build our stamina for when things won't work and I can't find the link and OMG, to build some stamina for that. I have the privilege of working with your leaders every single month. Reverend Rona and all the board leadership there are as committed as anybody I've seen to study, to learn, to develop, to consult. They've also generally hit all the goals for the strategic plan over this 2-year period that Reverend Rona's been there. Despite a pandemic, despite closures, despite not being able to meet, displacements, isolation, unheard of. More areas, arts, music, and youth that had to take a back burner during this time. Through necessity, through priority, through reality, are still well cared for. They're still held in a high regard. So I look forward to seeing what you do there. with your arts and outreaches in art and music and youth and family development, including online and in person in the community. The pandemic in lots of situations has made inequities and the gaps clearer, priorities clearer. And for your church, and this came directly from Aaron to me, his words, for our church, it seems to me that the importance of connection has become more clear. Thank you, Aaron, for that wise observing and that wise serving that you're doing, holding this priority. The connections are more and more important, more and more clear that that's what you're about. And you found some very exciting, solid ground, a solid ground to hold you regarding that. You've also continued to incorporate new leaders. And even in a time of grief and grieving, not being together in usual ways, it has not stopped you from growing emotionally, growing up spiritually, growing up in all ways, and keeping the thriving nature of this organization so well tended. Very, very positive ways. And critically important, your own understanding and your own practice at keeping your relationship with God, source, life, universe, higher power, whatever it is to you, number one. Your relationship with the divine. Second, your relationship with your divine self, your own soul, and its unfolding and its becoming. And then marriages and families and things that are the highest priority for us. And in that order, real miracle making. And I want to encourage you also to stay the course. The kind of work that you're doing requires a serious and growing serious, not uptight kind of serious, but a serious spiritual commitment to inner work and to growing ourselves up spiritually. And to be more mature spiritually, we've got to be more mature emotionally. So this list, and I'll make this available to Reverend Rona, so if you want to share it or hand it out or make it available on the newsletter or something, you can. This is from one of my teachers and mentors, Dr. David R. Hawkins, and the discovery of the presence of God. And he says, number one, the central elements of seriously committed inner spiritual work, which is the basis of all miracle making, is the discipline of focus. The disciplines of our focus. Where is my attention going? Basic unity teachings. Where my attention goes, energy goes. What I care for grows. 2, a willingness to surrender all desire and all fear. To surrender it, to surrender that it's part of the process, and to loosen our attachments to that. 3, take a big deep breath, and some of y'all close the door so everybody doesn't go running out there if you're meeting in person. A willingness to endure transitory misery. A willingness to endure transitory anguish. Knowing that it's all cycling. It's all cycling. It cycles. It rises and passes. It rises and passes. And transformation is calling us. Transcendence is calling us. 4, constancy. Practice, practice, practice. And practice makes progress. Number 5, moving from self agendas and self-interest to that of an observer shifting out of what's happening to me, to what can I cause to happen? What can I cause to happen? And 6, a willingness to relinquish my opinion. To relinquish my opinion about what I'm observing. What I'm observing is the way of it. My opinion inserted on what is happening is where my torture is. And 7, staying more aware, having a more mystical view of things. So then identifying with the at large, identifying from a higher perspective, identifying with the field instead of the content of the field. Number 8, proceeding with certainty, proceeding with confidence. Faith, we might say, will, understanding, zeal, life, order, love, letting go, imagination. Sound familiar? Enlightenment is our destiny. Not a goal, not a wish, not a hope. Rejecting the notion that enlightenment is a gain, and understanding it is a condition. A condition that ensues as a consequence of decision, of practice, of intention, and mostly devotional dedication. Devotional dedication. Number 9, avoid glamorizing the endeavor. Avoid glamorizing the endeavor to become and rely instead on devotion and practice, application, embodiment. I'm so proud of you. I so bless you. Infinite, infinite blessings to each of you, to you collectively, and to all that's benefited through our evolution of our own souls and its progression, and through the progression of the soul of humanity as it evolves also. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Blessed be. All love to you. Mwah. MarthaCreek.com. If I can serve you in any way, get in touch with me.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision.
my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
You are invited to join us on Thursdays for our weekly prayer and meditation service. Please note that our time is changing. Instead of 11 o'clock in the morning, the prayer service will now be at 4 o'clock, beginning on June the 17th, 4 o'clock. At the prayer service, we connect with each other. We check in with each other. We move into a time of prayer and meditation. We read the names of the people whose names are on our prayer list. It is a time of centering, a time of recharging, a time of re-energizing. I invite you to join us. No experience is necessary. Everything is guided. 4 o'clock on Thursdays. And if you know anyone whose name you would like to see on that prayer list, or if you would like your name added to the prayer list, then please email us, unityofnewwestminster@gmail.com, and we will be sure to get the name that you need added to the list. Today is our annual membership meeting. So about 5 minutes after the service ends, we will reconvene on Zoom for our annual membership meeting. It will be led by Aaron, and we will bring everybody up to date on how our ministry has performed in the last year. We will elect new board members, and we will have a discussion about what people would like to see us do next and where we want to go next. And so I do hope that you join us. If you would like to be a voting member at the annual membership meeting, then you need to be a member. And so to do that, it is still not too late to go to our website and click on membership and join up. See you in a little while. There are many, many ways to give to our organization. either through credit card online or direct Interac transfers or checks or cash. We are so grateful for the generosity of the contributions that we receive, which support not just our ministry, but also organizations in our own community that do amazing work, and Unity Canada that spreads the message of unity across the country. Thank you for your contributions. I invite you now to hold whatever you feel blessed for in your hands, in your heart. Financial, family, roof over your head, food on the table, just whatever you are feeling blessed with as we sing our blessing song.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And we come to the end of another service. I thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed your experience with us today. I wish you all a very, very blessed week. Goodbye, everybody.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God. You are the love of God. You are the power of God. You are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light